Okay, welcome back everyone to Fanfic Creations, your podcast for fanfic and fan art addicts. And today we have a very special treat. We have Haprilona, who actually is the author of New Moon, which is the Final Fantasy 15 fanfic that you guys are listening to on today's podcast. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
So, I guess let's start with Final Fantasy 15 in itself, because it's a long journey, right? So how did your journey start with it? Did you start like following it when it first got announced 10 years ago, or?
Well, I saw the first Versus 13 trailer, and it got me interested, and I did like check all the trailers as they came, as they were published, but I didn't really like get into it because the main bros, they appeared very generic anime tropes, and it wasn't until in episode Duskai that I really like got hooked, and I fell in love with their banter and interaction, and they really reminded me of the Republic Commando, the main characters. Yeah, it's a very old Star Wars game. It also has like 4 main characters that keep like bantering while they're fighting, and that really, Duskai really reminded me of those, and I was like, yes, this is my thing. I love them.
Yeah, the Sugar Bros. Okay, so well, you played. I'm assuming you finished the game, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how do you feel about it now?
Well, if I'm honest, a little empty, because I did all the side content I could before I went to Altissia. I played 130 hours before I went to Altissia, and after that I just flashed through the story, and because I had seen all the trailers before the game was released, I kept like expecting to see scenes from the old trailers, but they never made it into the game. So I was like constantly like, when's it coming? When's it coming? When's it coming? But never came, so that's why it left me a bit hollow inside.
Yeah, well, it seems like Square is gonna provide us with more content in the coming months. So I guess hopefully the scenes you're looking for will, make it back into the game somehow. Yeah, no, that makes sense. So from the Shoko Bros, who's your favorite character? Or who's your favorite character in the whole game? Doesn't have to be a Shoko Bro.
Well, Luna Freya caught my interest ever since she was announced in 2000. And I found her character design very beautiful, like her unique hairstyle and her very elegant dress. I never really got attached to Stella, so I didn't really mind the change. And the more we learned about Luna and like her personality and her story, like from the ATRs and concept art, the more I grew to like her, and I basically started to write fanfiction because I wanted to explore what she might be like and all that, since fanfiction.net didn't really have a category for 15 yet. It was still versus 13, so there were basically only stories about Noctis and Stella, and I wanted to explore the dynamics that might be if Luna was with the bros. And out of the Choco Bros, Noctis is my favorite because I relate to him. I'm very lazy and I don't want to take responsibility, and I share his love for puns and sarcasm, and I'm very shy, but unlike him, I don't act cool to hide it.
No, Noctua grew on like when we first started, like Noctua was overshadowed by like Prompto, who's like super hyper, or like Gladio or Iggy, but Noct, like, he grows on you throughout the game. He proves himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so it seems like okay, so how old is New Moon? It's like if what I remember is correct, New Moon was released 2 years ago. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty old. I wrote it around the time when Duskai had been a few months old or something, I think.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I'm assuming that wasn't your first fanfic. Like, when did you start writing fanfics in general?
Well, my very first ones were like over 10 years ago, but they never like. I might have published them, but it didn't take many years before I took them out. My very first fanfic with a beginning and an end was written in 2009. And it's still rotting on my account, even though I want to remove it. Yeah, exactly. And yeah.
So is writing your main career or like a hobby?
It's just a hobby. I'm not terribly good at it. I'm still learning, and English is obviously my second language, not my first, so I'm constantly like using dictionary and thesaurus.com to check the words and stuff.
I actually would beg to differ. I mean, when we were working on the fanfic, on recording it, everyone that's working on the project loved it. And, on Tumblr, we saw a lot of people that loved it too and loved your other work. So keep writing.
Thank you.
So do you write like fanfics for other fandoms or just Final Fantasy 15?
Well, I wrote one for The Hobbit, and well, I would like to write for other fandoms as well, but I think 15 is the most easiest because so much has been like in the game, so you can
continue working on it. Basically, you can continue editing to it. Yeah, gotcha. So, from your fanfics, what's your favorite work?
Oh, right. Well, I guess Not a Fairy Tale is like, it's my outlet for dealing with my depression, and deals with serious issues like communication and unrealistic expectations and balancing between work and relationships. So in that sense, it's like, I guess the most important. But I really enjoy writing my current story, which is Descendit Lunaticus, and it's a lot more mystical, but it deals with loss and obsession and afterlife and insanity and all that. But
all that
I think
stuff.
yeah, but I think Not a Fairy Tale is more real. So I guess I'll choose it.
Okay, so it's February 2017. Any new stories coming up? Like, what do you have in store for us?
Well, I'll obviously have to finish the current one. Still 2 chapters to write before it's done. And well, I don't know if I'll do much writing after that. I kind of feel like I need to take a break because I have this weird policy that I'm not allowing myself to read other people's fanfiction because I'm constantly like paranoid that I'll steal other people's ideas subconsciously. Okay. So I think after finishing Descendit Lunaticus, I will take a break and just enjoy reading and leave writing to my betters.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to wait a little bit for you. But at least you're not gonna leave us empty-handed. We're gonna read the current story that you're writing, which is cool.
Yep.
Okay, well, first of all, we wanted to thank you for the picture that you gave us for New Moon. It's awesome. It brings the whole story alive. So thank you for that.
Thanks.
And also thank you for letting us do New Moon. It's been a lot of fun so far, and we hope you like what we end up doing.
I can't wait. I'm so excited because I really adore the samples that the voice actors did. I really love Luna's voice. Oh god.
Well, thank you. I'm sure she'll really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, like every single voice actor we had on this project, especially, like they've been awesome. Like they've been giving us like everything was going so smoothly that that, we really appreciate it. But yeah, well, thank you so much for doing this, and happy 2017. A little bit late.
Thank you.